Welcome back, viewers. After hearing the defense perspective, the change in the defense ecosystem, and the new opportunities which it opens for our youth from a think tank expert, let's get the views from a leading private sector player in defense. I have with me Mr. Advait Kulkarni, who is from the Vasundhara Geotechnologies, a leading uh, a leading provider of platforms and services for in geospatial technologies for the Indian Armed Forces. So I want the views of a man who is on the ground, that is the industry person who's where when it comes to defense technocrats, that is the culminating point when he starts to produce this what has come in his mind. So from you, I just want to know what are the edge technologies which these defense technocrats are expected to be in complete know of, and what they should be expert in, and what is it that you would be looking and ideally wanting from these defense technocrats after a period of about 4 years.
Right. So first of all, sir, thank you very much for inviting me on this interaction. It's been a very exciting journey ideating about this program, getting together with leading experts and bringing this all together. While it is coming together, it's going to be a challenge how to get the user and the industry perspective right aligned with the course that we are running. First of all, sir, I the question that you've posed to me, I'll break it down into two sections of the answer.
Yeah.
First of all, when somebody is working with the defense and the armed forces, especially from a technology standpoint, it is very important for the technology providers to be completely in line with what the user is expecting. The user perspective and the technology perspective cannot be very different.
Absolutely.
It cannot be the situation
Yeah.
that I have created a technology and now I'm bringing it to the user and I'm saying ki sir ye
No,
use
that's
karo.
what is the aim of this course, that right from beginning we have achieved that.
Absolutely, sir. So,
Yeah.
so the more important thing that we are kind of achieving in this course is bringing everybody together so that everybody starts speaking the same language. From a hiring perspective, now when I'm hiring people and when I'm getting people, I would rather have people who are at least at a production level who understands the system. I might not be getting experts, domain experts, but I want system integrators. I want people who understand systems of systems and have a domain hold on a particular small area. So while we are breeding the new age engineers in our academia, it is important for us to focus on the solution building and not technology building. Technology building, as in itself, is very important because that needs the first principles in place. We would need people who are good with the first principles, but also, very importantly, are able to think the larger picture and think of the entire solution. Now, when I say the entire solution, I mean the technical applicability, the financial viability of that solution, and the final efficacy of that solution in the battlefield. Now, primarily because we are working for the defense forces, the practical applicability of that solution in the battlefield. So for an engineer to be very well employed in this sector, it is very important for him or her to have a larger picture understanding, and that is exactly what we are planning to discuss in this course, and that is where the differentiator lies.
So Advait, since you have also been involved with this course right from inception,
So
so what is different about this course? You see, when I compare this course with a normal conventional degree in engineering,
Sure.
and I compare this course, often a question which will come to every student and every parent's mind is what is different in this course, and if they want to take it up as long-term careers in defense, does it offer the type of stability and the growth which is expected to be in any career?
no, so I think that is a very pertinent question that will come to any student's mind or the parent's mind when they are signing up for something like this. But it is also very important to see that India on its own is on the journey of Atmanirbharta. And to be very honest, sir, to be very blunt, there is a long list of things that we need to go through before we become purely Atmanirbhar as few of our other countries have achieved, like what the Americas have achieved, what China has achieved. There's a long journey to be traveled. In this long journey to be traveled, there is of course going to be the requirement of a strong supply chain, And when I say supply chain, I also mean the supply chain of the human resource. Now, there's a difference between a human resource and human capital. So we need to very well focus on developing the human capital and not just human resources. We need to create people who are, ingrained into the system, who are completely understanding of the system. When I say the system, not just the technical system, the non-technical systems as well, which goes to show that effectively there's a long journey and a long way ahead, which means there's a lot of growth opportunities available in this market. Secondly, very importantly, the transition between the defense market and the commercial market is not that difficult. If somebody is taking this as a course and putting their 4 years into understanding the defense skills, it might very well be that if he or she wants to translate out into the commercial market, that's going to be very easy for them.
Okay, so you just mentioned about the human resource and the human capital.
So,
So, as an industry expert, would you prefer let's say, an engineer who just graduated from a conventional engineering degree into your factory premises, or someone who is going to graduate with a BTech in defense technology? And what would that advantages accrue to either one of them?
simply, sir, I would want always, so let's not name courses, but I would want a candidate who is hands on. As an industry, I don't want to invest another 1 year or another couple of
Absolutely,
quarters
absolutely,
into developing that candidate into what I want.
absolutely.
Because then what is the use
So
of
that
the
is what this course we are aiming at.
exactly.
That this, let's say, this transition or the reorientation period of about 6 to 8 months.
Correct.
So that's why we have involved the industry, the DRDO, right from the beginning, so that we understand what are the skills required.
Right.
We prepare our students according to those skills, and they are absolutely at hands-on and absolutely industry ready at the end of 4 years.
Absolutely. So the course that actually has been initiated at SSPU is in fact a game changer, if I would call it, in a way that it is including all the stakeholders right from the get-go. As I said earlier, the user, as a user, sir, you must be very well aware. As a user, if somebody comes up to you and says, "Ki, this is the tech, use it," you would not be inclined to using that tech. Similarly, an industry would not be inclined to just getting whatever is coming out. If the crop that is coming out is tailored to what I want, it
Absolutely.
is much more
Readily
profitable.
acceptable. Absolutely.
gladly acceptable, and I would be in a way profitable as well. I would be very well inclined to investing more also into that person, because I know for a fact that from day one, maybe not day one, a week into it,
Yeah.
the person would be production level. So I can give responsibilities and I can have things gotten done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
you.